This video is brought to you by
Productions in partnership with
Full Spectrum Performance. We provide, we guide, we empower.
Hi, it's Peter from Full Spectrum Performance, and today we're going to learn everything there is to know about AUM, why you should chant it, how to chant it properly, and what it means. So let's begin. The correct way to think about AUM is actually a three-part note, or a trio of vibrations that is said to be the first note or singing note and vibration of our own universe and existence itself. Now, to dive into the true understanding of the symbol, we need to talk about what it all represents. Now, each of these, I guess you could say, swoops in the first portion is the three notes of AUM, and we're going to actually dive into that last fourth part in just a second. So, brings us to Ah. This is the bottom curve down here, and this represents the waking state, or our dense body. Now we dive into this actual second curve here is going to be the U, which is the dream state. Now the third is the dreamless state, or that M, and that actually represents this top curve here. Now you want to think about these three notes being the true tone or chord of our body. It's our natural vibration because it actually breaks down the three parts of our human existence, which is the dense manifested physical body, which is the ground of our being here, the thing that we walk around and move around in. And then in between, you could say, our sleep and deep rest, we have the dream state, which is the U. Now, the key about this is U, and you'll see later on, is that transition between that waking state and that third or final deep sleep state. And these are those moments of just pure relaxation and comfort. It's those things that deep are that REM sleep that we all strive for at the end of a long, hard day. And it's that absence of everything, that absence of self, even I, which is the true kind of unity behind these three. Now, the fourth is its own category. And you'll notice that down below we have the waking state, the dream state, the dreamless state, and the absolute, or silence. And that is because this top, you could say this top little dot represents samadhi, or the perfect state, the absolute state, bliss. And you may have noticed that this line right here, this is pure symbolism because it means Maya, or illusion. And this whole symbol itself is beautiful when you look at it in this understanding, because you can see that our basic existence of these threefold states is beyond this veil, which represents that top line, the swoop of Maya, and beyond that is samadhi. And for us as beings, that pure self, that absolute union with the one, with the creator, with the eternal witness, the being that we all are, that's the true goal of this life, is to recognize that we can live out that truth in this threefold waking state. Now, the key here is to actually think about the meaning behind everything when you're actually chanting out the AUM itself. Now, at this point, you may be thinking, well, how am I supposed to keep track of all these things? And I totally understand, but don't worry about it, because the fundamental thing that you need to understand behind this symbol is that it's all about this being that we all know as ourselves, this I. And it's to recognize that all of these, I guess you would say this fourfold note or chord that we're going to chant is the full expression of us and what we can be as people and as beings. The limitations of consciousness and going beyond, you can even actually say more so the infinite nature of consciousness and the limitless nature of our true being and our pure self. So, let's begin with the chant. To chant AUM properly, we're going to need to find your natural note. Now, in order to do this correctly, what you're going to do is take a nice and deep huh. But before you do, place your fingertips of whatever hand you prefer on your sternum. And from here, we're going to take a deep sigh on 3. 1, 2, 3. Now from there, you should have noticed your chest, a little vibration arose. And that's what you're looking for, because this A is actually going to start in that chest. This is how you know you're getting the right note and vibration. So it should sound something like this. Ah. Now, let's try together. 1, 2, 3. Ah. Now, with the U, it is actually going to be the exact same note as the A, but all you're going to do is close your mouth slightly. Now here, what you may figure out by now with the diagram is that that U is going to travel up to just the throat. So what we're going to do is we're going to say that A, and we're actually going to lift the jaw up, transition to the U, and as the note changes, our hand is going to follow. So you can know you're getting the right vibrations. So let's try that again. 1, 2, 3. And as you can see, that U truly is that transition from the A to the M, because with the M, all you do is just close your mouth. Now, we're going to try all of these together, but in order to get the vibrations correctly, what you're going to do is take your opposite hand and just place that at the top of your head. So again, you're just using your fingertips because they're the most sensitive to the pressure. And we're going to try this again on 3. 1, 2, 3. And what you're looking for is that vibration to travel up through the top of your head. Now the fourth part is actually going to be the most important piece of this, and it's the silence. So when you chant everything, it's really important just to let your own natural breath kind of just taper out into silence. And from there, that's when you really want to throw everything together. So throughout this note, a good trick that I like to kind of point people towards is think about this kind of being the natural contraction and relaxation, just like your own muscles, your heart, your body itself. And when you're saying this Om, you're chanting this Om, all you want to do is simply just focus on the sound, not making it, but just listening to it, feeling it. And especially if you're going to be doing this, I guess you could say for more than one round, you're going to want to really just give yourself up to the moment. Now, in terms of my prescribed method, I would say at least chant this 3 times. Honestly, you can chant it for as long as you want. Now, the key behind everything here is, again, that union. It's a chord. You want to think of it like one thing. So the sound and the silence are one and the same, because remind you, it all represents this same symbol. So we're going to try this one more time in a more, I guess you could say, typical fashion of how I would perform this during a normal meditation. 1, 2, 3. Now, if you join me with those 3 AUM chants, you already observed just how powerful the relaxation effects of this simple chant can truly be. And when you think about everything in the total scheme of things, it's it's really not that much of a surprise, because those 3 notes, that chord of the whole universe, is just naturally ingrained in our body. And when we align with that true vibration, that true note, it brings us back to that pure space of our own being. And if you're ever having a bad day, your emotions are getting the best of you, and this doesn't have to just be sad and negative, it could be angry or anxious and overwhelmed, try a few of these chants out. Try chanting AUM and really just letting yourself go in that moment, and I guarantee you're going to feel better. And funny enough, one of the things about this chant is it can actually be incredibly transformative, in the sense that this will uplift your vibration, because again, you're aligning yourself with what's more truthful in this universe. Now, the one thing I recommend is do this daily, every morning. You know, you could use some gratitude meditation, or simply just be and allow yourself just to chant. And the longer you do it, the more powerful the effects are. That's the most beautiful thing. And the purpose of finding that natural note is because your own note's unique. It's not going to be like anyone else's, and that's the beautiful thing of it, is your own AUM chant is yours, and no one else is going to be able to copy that. Now, if you've been with a group of people and you've done this chant, and you've been with especially with a group of people that you've known for a while, this happens to be one of the most powerful ways and quickest ways to spread love out into the world. Now, you may say, oh, I don't believe in that stuff, Peter, but try it yourself. Just see how your day goes. Just see how your friends' days go, or those that you're closest to. And more importantly, just try it out just to see if your experience changes. Because I mean, that's the biggest thing about all of, in my eyes, spirituality, is to push your own understanding of this world, to never really settle for what we're at, because you can always discover new things and more things. And with this chant, you can truly see just how powerful you are of a healer for yourself, your community, your loved ones. And not only that, but just how much you can open up your experience to new opportunity purely through letting go in these few moments of just chanting AUM. Now, I hope this video has been informative as just as much brief, because I have an issue with brevity. Now, I hope you enjoy, and I really hope you use this every day. It's going to change your life, I guarantee it. This is Peter from Full Spectrum Performance, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, a share, but don't forget to hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss out on any future content from myself and Full Spectrum Performance. Most importantly, please leave a comment. Your input and insight is greatly appreciated and helps us create better content for you. If you haven't yet, be sure to check out our social media pages below, because we post awesome content daily. Thank you for watching, and have a great morning, evening, or night.